Cleanup continues a little more than 24 hours after a train derailed along the Highway 247 spur in Houston County. Sabrina Burrs talked with people who had to go more than a little out of their way in order to avoid the area. Sabrina, what kind of stories did you hear?
Frank, Norfolk Southern crews were out there on the scene clearing up the damage and making repairs to the train tracks, and the Georgia Department of Transportation closed the highway for the next couple of days, so a lot of those drivers told me they feel like they're getting turned around. Patience. That's what Houston County Fire Chief Christopher Stoner is asking of drivers after a Norfolk Southern train derailed Wednesday afternoon. Just before the Georgia 247 spur, drivers are meeting road closed signs while crews are cleaning up the mess.
Kind of threw me off, made me think of a place where I used to live where there was a real bad train derailment.
Advanced Disposal employee Rick Lynch says he and other coworkers have no choice but to go around the signs so they can get back on the clock.
You want to eat, you want to live, get to work. Plain and simple. Inconveniences for the people down the road there where the train wreck was.
Norfolk Southern spokesperson Rachel McDonald says 34 train cars derailed. Most of them were carrying cars, and one tank carried animal fat. In an email to the 13 WMAZ newsroom, she wrote, some of that material spilled, as well as diesel fuel from one of the locomotives. McDonald says Norfolk Southern contained the spill and are working to clean it up. Fire Chief Christopher Stoner says drivers will have to detour at Saddle Creek Road on the south end, Arena Road, or take Highway 341. Driver Henry Evans says he can feel the congestion on the other roads.
Traffic bagged all whip and everything.
Now, McDonald says none of the derailed train cars were carrying any hazardous materials. Frank, there is a lot going on out there.
And Georgia Department of Transportation says the cleanup's expected to wrap up Friday afternoon. Thank you, Sabrina. Rachel McDonald says contractors who specialize in cleanup and recovery after train derailments are on site working closely with local authorities.